On today's show, we take a look at the Tigers' win versus Tulane last night and get you ready for the Texas A&M series this weekend.
Plus, Mitch Rabelais is back for yet another edition of Mitch's Wide World of Sports, and we see if the LSU campus is ready for Game 3 tomorrow versus the Golden State Warriors.
I know I'm ready, but you know what, Chanel? It's my favorite day of the week. It's Hump Day. So sit on back, relax. Halftime in Hodges is right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Halftime in Hodges. I'm Taylor Curetti.
And I'm Chanel Reed. Well, Taylor, it's been a long time since we've been on the desk today. You took a week off, I took a week off.
Here and there. The team is back. The nucleus is back. So we're going to have a good show tonight.
Right.
Busy show as well with the baseball team getting it done versus Tulane. Basketball team reigns supreme in the recruiting ranks. And Mitch Rabelais catches us up on some LSU players making waves in the pros. But let's kick things off with some LSU baseball. The Tigers took control with their offense last night in the 6-0 win versus the Tulane Green Wave. Not to be outdone, however, was LSU starting pitcher Austin Bain, who earned his first win of the season on 2 innings pitched and only 1 hit. That hit would be the only one Tulane could get in the game, as the Tiger utilized 9 different pitchers to get the 1-hit victory. The offense got off to a quick start with Connor Hale getting a 2-out RBI to left in the first inning, and the bats just didn't slow down. Christianea rocked Alex Box with a solo shot in the 7th, and Connor Hale putting the icing on the cake with a 2 RBI single in the 7th inning as well. Following the win, LSU head coach Paul Mainieri says he knew right from batting practice that the team was ready for the Wave.
Really good batting practice. Had a pretty good infield, outfield, and once I saw that, I thought, you know, a beautiful night. I thought the focus was going to be there. Last night, slept a little uneasy. But, you know, when I saw the way the guys were going about the season,
Now the Tigers will turn their attention to their biggest and most important matchup of this season this weekend, was the number 2 ranked Texas A&M Aggies at Alex Box. As you see here, the Aggies used a good blend of power and pitching to get their wins. The pitching staff has held opponents to a sub-par 3 ERA for the season and have just given up 8 home runs in 41 games. Aggies also boast a road record of 5-1 at this point in the season. So a tough out for LSU. Following last night's game versus Tulane, Coach Mainieri and first baseman Christianea say they're excited for the opportunity to bring Texas A&M to Alex Box for the first time.
Well, I remember when the schedule came out that I was pretty upset about it from the SEC, that the first 2 years Texas A&M's in the league, that we have to go on the road while there in College Station. We haven't even had it here yet, so we're hoping to welcome them. Good Southern hospitality here to Baton Rouge this weekend. It's nice to finally have them at home.
The number one thing, I'm just team guys to compete. You know, go out there and give it all, and whatever happens, happens. And we're going to give 110% every inning, every pitch, every at bat.
Well, the Tigers will begin the series this Friday at 6:30 at Alex Box, and we'll play games 2 and 3 at 7 on Friday and 1 on Saturday. Game 1 will be televised on ESPN, Game 2 on the SEC Network, and you can catch Game 3 on ESPN.
Now, the LSU basketball team ended the season on a pretty sour note by losing to the NC State Wolfpack in the NCAA tournament, but that has not kept the Tiger team down this offseason. The Tigers snagged the commitment from number 1 player in the state of Louisiana from Madison Prep Academy and a consensus top 75 player on each recruiting website with shooting guard Brandon Sampson. Now, Sampson will bring his 6'4" frame to the Tigers to pair up with number 1 overall commitment Ben Simmons and top 15 recruit Antonio Blakeney. Simpson picked the Tigers over St. John's, Cal, and the UCLA Bruins. Sampson was originally committed to St. John's but reopened his recruiting process once the Red Storm fired their former coach. With Sampson's commitment, the Tigers have pushed themselves into the top 5 of 2 of the most prominent recruiting websites. Now, as you can see, 24/7 has the Tigers ranked number 2, but they have jumped 13 spots just to get there.
Wow.
And the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN, has the Tigers pegged at number 3 in the country, even with just only 3 recruits to their name. The Tigers might not be done just yet, either with the announcement of top 25 player and LSU target Malik Newman this Friday. Rumors have Newman staying in the Magnolia State to play for the Mississippi Bulldogs, but you never know when it comes to the craziness of the NCAA recruiting process.
Wow. So if they get Newman, they could jump up above Kentucky in recruiting.
And that would be great.
That would be amazing. So coming up after the break, Mitch Rabelais gets us caught up on our Tigers in the pros.
When Slick Mitch speaks, when he speaks, you know you got to listen.
You got to listen.
So hurry on back for the Ragin' Cajun.
Spanning the globe to bring you the latest news in the wide spectrum of global athletics, the joy of victory and the agony of defeat. This is Wide World of Sports. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitch Rabelais. This week, we're back out on the green pastures of our national pastime in Major League Baseball. Recent controversy has found its way, as it always does, to New York Yankees third baseman Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez is now 5 home runs short of tying the great Willie Mays for 4th place on Major League Baseball's all-time home run list. The Yankees, however, have publicly stated that if Rodriguez breaks the record, which he has a chance of, they will not pay him the bonus that is stipulated in his contract due to his violation of the contract with his involvement in the biogenesis scandal. Rodriguez and his legal team are expected to take action against the Yankees in court. And guys, you know, a couple of weeks ago I picked the Chicago Cubs to win the World Series, and I'm standing by my pick. After a rough opening night, Cubs pitcher Jon Lester is being celebrated for making this heads-up play. Field, it's just a little drive right there. Lester's on the grab, but he can't get it out the glove. So he tosses the whole glove over to Anthony Rizzo right there. Rizzo is heads up enough to drop his glove. Cubs get the out, later go on to win the series against the Padres. Now it's time to check in with some former LSU baseball players in the major leagues. Pitcher Kevin Gausman is undefeated on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles, and in addition, he has 2 home runs and a .675 ERA. The Orioles are in 2nd place in the American League East and will rely heavily on the former Tiger as they look to contend for the American League pennant against stiff competition. Second baseman DJ LeMahieu has been on a successful run in a different shade of purple with the Colorado Rockies. So far this season, he has 1 home run and 8 RBIs, and the Rockies are in 3rd place in the National League West, once again relying heavily on this former Tiger as they look to contend. Second baseman Aaron Hill and the Arizona Diamondbacks are off to a 7-7 start this season. While the former Tiger is doing all right with 6 hits and 2 RBIs, the Diamondbacks look to be probably out of the pennant race with the strong division. But remember, guys, there's still 162 games left in the season. Now, former Tiger standout pitcher Aaron Nola is in the minor leagues with the Fighting Phillies of Reading, Pennsylvania, but look for him to be on the mound in the city of brotherly love later this season with the weak staff that the Phillies have. So coming up after the break, find out how Campus Fields gets about tomorrow's game with the Pelicans. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. Now, Taylor and I are big Pelicans fans.
Oh, yeah.
And looking at the team right now, how do you feel they'll fare tomorrow at home? Because they definitely competed in both games.
They competed. That's the biggest thing to me, is that they didn't shy away from the #1 team in the NBA.
Right.
And they competed. I think people have been saying that Game 3 is their best shot.
Right.
But why ask me? We sent out Tiger TV reporter Pat Gunther to the streets and found out from the student body how the Pels will fare tomorrow in their first postseason game since CP3.
All right, well, the Pels got a big playoff game tonight, trying to avoid going down 3-0 to the Golden State Warriors and Chef Curry, of course, 360 with the wrist. Tom, how do you think the Pels are going to fare tonight?
Well, I think tonight they get the first win and probably their only win of the series. I mean, they've been playing their best basketball, but the Warriors are just too much.
I'm really hoping that we win, but the main thing that's just killing them right now is just experience. It's just they're not used to this. No one expects them to be there in the first place.
Yes, I hope so at least. But yes, go Pelicans.
Okay, and so if the Pelicans win tomorrow night, do you think that they're going to win the series, or do you think they're only going to win 1 game?
They're going to win the series.
There you have it.
I think they have a good chance of defeating them. I don't know about winning the series, but I have good confidence that they can because, you know, they're the underdog and they have a really great team and a really big player.
I think they have a chance, but in all likelihood, probably not.
Okay, well, they're probably not, but here's to hoping.
Definitely a flash in the pan.
Okay. Most people seem to think it's me a flash in the pan. What about you?
Honestly, I'm a Heat fan.
Okay.
So, you know, I really don't know who's going to win, but I really want the Cleveland Cavaliers to win.
I'm a LeBron guy myself. You gotta love him. So now that the Pelicans are in the playoffs and they've kind of got a roll going, do you think that people are starting to care more about the NBA in New Orleans?
Yeah, because I mean, the team is getting better, so I mean, we're gonna get more fans and everybody's gonna get pumped up.
They're still not the Saints, though.
But still, I mean, it's quite New Orleans.
Okay.
Stephen Curry and Thompson are gonna wake up, and Bogey they don't have enough people to match up.
There you go. It is tough to match up with the Splash Brothers. So the only thing stopping the Pels is, well, the #1 seed in the West.
With me being from New Orleans, man, I really hope the Pels can get at least a game in the Smoothie King Center. But unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for you. Thank you for watching Halftime at Hodges yet again.
And if you want to catch more episodes or just catch some highlights or just catch us, check out our YouTube channel at LSUTigerTV.tv and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at @TTV_sports.
Well, with just one more show left, thank you. I'm Shanil Reed.
We're going to finish strong. Have a good weekend, Tigers. We'll catch you later.
Go Clippers!